Hello YouTube, my name is Sam, and in this video I'm going to be talking about a comment that was left on one of my previous videos because I do want to mention a few things about it. Now, before I continue, if you do end up liking this video, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So anyway, recently I was talking about the male loneliness epidemic and a big driver behind it. And apparently it hit some circles because someone made a comment that I'm going to read to you now and put it up on the screen so you can see it. You and they are missing the point in many ways. Unless you look like a Chad, you are not even getting in the door. You are rejected from the outset. If you do look like a Chad, then the cupboard is full and you do not need to bring anything else to the table, as eventually your looks and status will be enough. Secondly, if you do bring something more or perhaps sensitive, a good cook, a neat freak, or God forbid, good with children, she will eventually see you as less than a real man, right? Because the bare minimum now are the things that she can provide herself that were always provided for her in exchange for the other duties. Most women who are heterosexual don't want to less out, as you mentioned. For the last 50 years, first with magazines and now with social media, women have been getting an endless stream of advice/information to the point now where they all believe they are a 10 or a goddess or queen and refuse to settle for anything less than exactly what they want. Now, somebody responded by saying 100, he cross-talks by not being specific. Most of his points are towards incel men. Many capable, desired men are saying that women don't bring anything but a warm hole and a headache, but just keep pointing at the incels, lol. Not sure, and I wrote, not sure I agree with this. There are plenty of non-Chad looking men that get good looking women. And somebody wrote, you say plenty, but you mean very few and far between. Interesting. Okay, number one, I thought women loved a man that can cook. And number two, regarding that reply that was posted by that other person, if you're going to dunk on incels, don't reveal yourself to be an incel yourself, okay? But anyway, I do want to mention, and I will kind of sort of agree, that if you don't look like a Chad, or are not conventionally attractive, in other words, that you do have a tougher time. But it is also true that you can actually have to artificially enhance yourself with something to make you more attractive. Now, actually not recently, but a few years ago, there was a comedian that went on one of those View-style panel shows where he was there to promote a new movie or TV show or whatever it was. And the topic of dating and or finding someone when you're not conventionally attractive came up. And this comedian basically said something that is totally 100% spot on. He said, look, if you are not conventionally attractive or not or not the stereotypical tall, dark, and handsome, you better have something to offer. Basically what that means is, if you look like Quasimodo, that hump better be filled with money, because otherwise, it's going to be tough for you. Look, it's very simple. If you are not conventionally attractive, you have to artificially enhance yourself with something. Whether that be, a lot of money, a dazzling personality, a cool skill that leads to a lot of money, or a job that is oftentimes considered a sexy profession like a race car driver or a firefighter or something like that. Now, I'll give you a prime example of what I'm talking about, okay? Wolfgang Van Halen. I'm going to throw a picture of what he looks like. And he is the son of late rock and roll legend Eddie Van Halen. Now, Wolfgang Van Halen not only inherited his daddy's guitar skills, but he also inherited daddy's money. Now, last year, Wolfgang Van Halen got married. I'm going to show you a picture of him and his new wife. And if you're going to respond by saying, well, duh, he's a famous musician with millions of dollars, thank you, you just proved my point. Because, let's be honest here, if Wolfgang Van Halen was not Wolfgang Van Halen, the famous musician with millions of dollars, but Wolfgang Van Halen, the coffee shop barista, or Wolfgang Van Halen, the big box store electronics salesperson, I don't think that he would be married to that beautiful woman right now. Now, there is another example that I want to mention, and it's a woman who goes by the name of Bianca Data on Instagram. Now, I'm going to show you a few pictures of her right now and mention that she is a data scientist and computer programmer. I mean, for God's sake, she's probably more tech savvy than I am. Now, I went on one of those celebrity bio lookup sites about her, and I discovered that she's married. Her last name is Jordan. That's her husband's name. Now, I was fully expecting her husband to be this, buff, A-list, Hollywood hunk, movie star lookalike guys, right? So I decided to look up her husband just to see, and he isn't any of that. He's this guy. Okay? And you may be wondering, well, how did he artificially enhance himself? Well, he artificially enhanced himself by having confidence and the total opposite of insecurity. You want to know why? Because besides being a data scientist, she's also a model who has an OnlyFans. And I would not be surprised if her husband is the one that takes the pictures. Now, if you are that confident enough where you are perfectly okay with letting your wife monetize her natural God-given assets to make bank, yeah, that's going to be attractive because it shows that you're not insecure. And that's what I can imagine one of the reasons why she was attracted to him. And I know that some of you people are going to be saying, well, she's a tech geek wrapped in a body of a page 3 girl, of course she would seek out another geek. That's not the point. Listen to what I just said. Now, there's also something else I want to bring up too. And I'm just going to say this because it is a double standard that I need to mention. Women don't need to worry about artificially enhancing themselves. If we like you, we don't care what job you have or what education you have, as long as we find you attractive. Now, there was this comment on Twitter that was left by someone that I'm going to bring up right now. And I'm going to throw it up on the screen so you can see it. This woman wrote, "Good friend is mid-30s, pretty face, no kids but wants a family, makes over $110,000 a year, has a huge property in the middle of nowhere. She consistently gets ghosted, ignored for days, or is told after a date or two that this isn't working. Modern men are broken." And I had to basically respond to this because this is why. You mentioned in your replies that she is overweight, but there is a difference between a few extra pounds and being someone a doctor would call obese. Maybe it matters to a few, but I can say that most of us guys don't care about income or living situation. If I find a woman attractive, I would not care if she was a supermarket cashier living in a crappy studio apartment. Meanwhile, if a woman is significantly overweight/obese, I don't care if she is a millionaire heiress. I'm not going for that because I don't find that body type attractive. And then I added, same deal, she's a cigarette smoker. I don't care if she's a 10 and has a figure of Katy Perry. If she smokes cigarettes, it's a no for me. Same if I take her to a restaurant on our first date and she treats the wait staff like they're beneath her. And that's the one thing that is a double standard, and I'm going to say it because it is a double standard, and it's true no matter if you like it or not. Us guys, we have to artificially enhance ourselves if we don't look like a Chad. But girls, you guys don't have to actually artificially enhance yourself. If we like you, if we think you're cute, that's all it takes. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say on this subject. And if you like this video, again, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. And I shall see you on the next video. Take care and have a good day, guys. Bye.